morning, Steve. What are we doing today?
Yeah, we're gonna crack out a pizza dough.
Good morning, guys.
Right now we're just adjusting the temperature of the water.
It's room temperature, too hot, not too cold. You gotta also consider time of season.
It's warmer outside now, so.
Yeast.
Yeah.
To add more stuff. Start with the sugar. The sugar helps the dough, the yeast rise. I'll stop it 1 second. Make sure everything goes in there.
Cheers. It's milk.
How long have you been making this recipe?
To be honest, the original recipe, the one that was like handed down to me from all the old timers, I've actually eliminated quite a few things. It was more of a bready dough we had. I've eliminated a couple of the ingredients over the years. So, but that's pretty much everything's in there except for the flour and the salt. So you've seen it all right now.
Do you use some fancy 007 flour?
No, we use the all-purpose here.
All-purpose.
There was no 00 or Caputo flour in Montreal, 10, 15 years, 20 years ago. That just didn't see it around here. We pretty much just had like all-purpose flour, bread flour, and that's about it. Now we have all the varieties in the world.
All right, so now that everything's incorporated nicely, we'll top her off with some flour. Give her a nice little shake there. Roughly 10 scoops.
Yeah.
More or less. 10. I'll flatten it out.
We're gonna add the rest of the salt. Yeah.
Right now, this is what we call a perfect dough. Not sticking on the sidewalls. Bowl's gonna be perfectly clean. The dishwasher's gonna be happy, and the dough's gonna be 100% perfect.
I think we're good now.
All right.
I'm gonna try to time the hook so the hook is facing a certain way, or Spiro's just gonna open the cage and.
Perfect.
Spiro does it alone. Sometimes I do it alone. If we're both here at the same time to do it, we'll do it together.
We'll give her a little tug. It's heavy.
Spiro's gonna be weighing, and I'm gonna be balling. We just like to use a piece of white paper. Use a nice piece of paper to oil our stuff up.
You've mentioned Montreal-style pizza before. Can you go a little deeper on that?
First off, in Montreal, you get every kind of pizza.
Exactly.
You get your Roman Taglia. You got guys like Segreta out there doing incredible stuff. You get your wood-fired ovens. You get your Neapolitan style. You have your super thick crust. So a Montreal-style pizza, I'll say, is a more bready dough. It's more heavily dressed. Some guys out there who just put. I don't like to bite on anyone else, but some guys really put a lot of stuff. It's obscene. I don't even know how we could cook properly. They put so much stuff. But you know what? Those guys there, they're busy. There's a big market for it out here. When we did the all-dressed pizza and we put the pepperoni, the mushrooms, and the green peppers under the cheese, right? World went crazy because, oh my God, the water is gonna get trapped. The pizza is gonna be soggy. We didn't really get a chance to explain it too much in that video, but that was actually the whole point. Our dough can handle the extra juice that's gonna come out of that pizza. And that classic Montreal all-dressed pizza, for me, it's a bit of that juiciness because the dough can handle it. You get a bit of the pepper. You get a bit of water from the peppers, a bit of water from the mushrooms. You get some of the fat from the pepperoni.
All mixes
in with the pizza sauce, and it just gives this really fantastic taste. I know it goes against logic, but screw logic when it tastes good.
You think Dave Portnoy would like your pizza?
No, I think he would hate it. But I'm still working on the perfect Portnoy pizza, the perfect barstool pizza. Not so much. Obviously he likes a cheese pizza. He likes a thin crust. He likes it well done. He likes it crispy. I've never eaten at any of the places that he's given high scores to, so I don't know what their pizza sauce is like. He probably wouldn't like our all-dressed pizza, but he seems to be open-minded sometimes. But he likes what he likes. If you like what you like, and Spiro likes what he likes. So
I'm a big fan of Dominos pizza.
Is that your top fast food type pizza?
Fast food pizza? Yeah, mine too.
Actually, I had some last night.
Yeah. If I gotta get a fast food pizza, if you're gonna say that people don't like Domino's pizza sauce, then you'd be arrogant because they sell more pizza sauce than a lot of people in the world. I like my natural, just tomato, olive oil sauces as well, but sometimes you just want that spicy kick there.
Spiro, what's your Domino's order?
My Domino's order? What did I get last night? I got a large pan crust, all dressed pizza with cheesy bread and the brownies.
Steve, what's your go-to?
My Domino's order is regular dough. I know in French, festin pepperoni. It's the pepperoni pizza with extra pepperoni and extra cheese.
Do we have to let the dough sit a couple days?
Debatable. Look, if you're trying to do fresh yeast, 2-day fermentations, kind of like sourdough style doughs, I know what I know. I also know what I don't know. I haven't experimented with that yet. Obviously, The one guy who's known for his 2-day fermentation and gets all the flour put on is this guy Segreta at Montreal. Richie. I love his pizza. I love his dough. You know, actually, I love his dough. I love his pizza too, but I mean, it's the dough that keeps me going more than anything else to that place. All he does is pizza and maybe some sandwiches with his pizza dough. And dough is a full-time job there. Like you gotta, when you're planning on using your dough 2 days later, and you know what you're selling, it gets complicated. We just don't have the space, the inventory. You know, with the size of our menu, we can't start doing 2-day fermentations because we're gonna run out of dough for our customers. We don't have room to store it. We don't know how much we're gonna sell on Friday. You know, like it would be too complicated. But if I ever just did strict pizza, I'd probably be working on that. Because it is true what they say, you know, on that 2-day fermentation, it is easier to digest, you know. Yeah, it's a little lighter in the belly, so.
Have you guys ever thought of opening a pizza shop together?
We always talk about it. We both love pizza.
You never know.
What would you guys name it?
We never talked about it.
We never thought. We haven't got that far yet.
I love the art, but I'm still a businessman in my head. And sometimes it's like you can go to a small French town in Quebec and do like artisanal thin crust style pizzas in a town where these guys are used to like pizza stick like this.
You just can't. You won't survive.
You can't just put whatever you want in whatever location. You know, depending on where you're opening, what's available to rent, you know, or if you really want to do a specific style of business, then you got to make sure that you find a location that's going to work that style, you know. Like,
we released the pizza screen versus pizza peel video. What did you think of the reactions?
honestly, I thought the reactions were predictable. There's no one way to do things, okay? And I hate that in cooking when people turn around and it has to be done this way, or pizza has to be done this way, or pasta has to be done this way. No, you got to do what's right for you. And I got respect for all kinds of different pizzas. I don't prefer peen over screen. Screen works our business model a lot better here. Okay, I can work them just as easily one way or another. And I still think the diehards that'll never give an inch, that there's only one way to eat a pizza, one way to cook a pizza, one way to do this, these guys are never gonna let up no matter what I say, which is okay. I can appreciate a Neapolitan pizza just like I can appreciate my junk food sometimes too. When you're in a strange part of town and you don't know where to eat, and you're with the family and you're with the kids and everything else, and you see a Dominos, you know what you're getting, right? Generally. So there's comfort there, right? So I'm not gonna be snooty and say, no, can't eat there. It's fast food. We gotta find 48-hour, 3-day fermentation, wood-fired, or even the guys faking the wood-fired. That's the best one. Yeah, they got gas ovens that shoot a flame in the back and they call it wood-fired and they lie to people. I don't know why you gotta lie. It's a fantastic oven you off. Why are you lying? Just don't call it wood-fired.
We almost done here?
Yeah, we're just wrapping up the dough. We did 3 trays of smalls, 1 tray of large doughs. We're gonna put this away in the fridge. This is our pizza dough. We got basically water, flour, all-purpose, yeast, sugar, salt, and olive oil, and milk. And that's all that's in our pizza dough. It's pretty good. Customers like it, we like it. We're proud of it. We're proud of what we do, that's for sure.
How about a home-sized recipe?
We'll work on it. We'll work on it. We'll get something that you
We'll
can
get
do
something done.
Something you can do by hand and nice and quick.
Well, folks, this is pizza dough the Vivaldi way.
Vivaldi.